back in, I want to say, like 2019, back when I used to make the most absolutely god-awful content, known to this platform, I did a collab with a friend of mine, MarvelDCFan, where we went over suits that we would like to see in a possible Marvel Spider-Man sequel. That was back in like 2018, 2019, where we didn't even have confirmation of a sequel. Plus, we didn't really know much about Miles Morales' involvement in the sequel. So now that we know all of that, I figured it'd be fun to go back with MarvelDCFan and kind of just adjust our list to see, what suits we would like to see in a sequel. Also, a lot of the suits that I said in my original list have been added to Marvel Spider-Man via updates, so it's kind of awkward going back and watching that video, which is why I deleted it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video where we go over our new suits that we would like to see in the sequel. I'm going to start off with MarvelDCFan just like last time, and yeah.
Hello everyone, MarvelDCFan here on Alter's channel yet again for another collab, which I'm really excited about. But anyway, I'm here to talk about my top requested suits for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And, we kind of did this video beforehand a long time ago, but now that we have full confirmation and a trailer is out, I kind of wanted to give my updated thoughts, see what's actually different, this should be fun. So I have two lists here, one for Peter and one for Miles, and I'm going to start off with Miles first, just to do things differently, but anyway, coming in at number 3 is actually a variant cover that's not an actual costume, but something I would like to see regardless. But that's the Captain America costume for Miles Morales. When Marvel was doing their huge variety of covers with a whole showcase of costumes like Miles Morales 2099 and the 2020 suit. I thought they were so cool. And one of my favorites from that was this Captain America variant, which is him as Spider-Man, but with, he's got the Captain America shield, he's got the blue, and he's got the red and white stripes and the star and all the trademarks of what you'd expect from a Captain America costume. So, in line of other concept art type suits being added to the game, I would love for that to make it in. He could have a suit power if they decide to bring it back, where he just throws a shield at whoever's nearby, and that'll make them all dizzy and stuff. But I'm surprised this didn't make it in the last game, but hopefully this time they can remedy that. But coming in at number 2 on my list is Miles Morales' new costume. So for the last year or so, from the end of his Clone Saga arc, he decides to make a new costume for himself, which kind of takes away the web pattern and stuff. It still retains the black and red color scheme, which is nice. But it's half hoodie mixed with a bandana thing, and I think the outfit looks pretty cool for the fact that a teenager made it. But yeah, Miles is no slouch to making costumes with everyday materials, so I think it'd be kind of fun to swing around in that. It's a cool suit, and hopefully it makes it in to one of the games at some point. But coming in at number 1, this should be a no-brainer, but I'm going to go with Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse, so the new animated movie that right now is not released yet. But I think as far as an updated costume, it looks great. I love, the overall, the black color. There's no webs underneath. I like the updated logos and the red stripes going down the outfit. I think that's a neat touch, and hopefully they do the same thing they did in the first Miles Morales, in the Miles Morales spin-off game, I should say. Having the animation style and the frame rate to complement it. So if they can do that, and deliver on the suit, then it'll be one of the best outfits in the game for Miles for sure. Okay, now let's move on to Peter, which this is definitely a different list, and I decided to go against the grain in terms of Spider-Man costumes because, you know, people really want to see like the sensational outfit or the superior Spider-Man costume, but these are a couple that are not really talked about as much, and one that is something that I really want to see now, given, you know, context as of lately. But anyway, coming in at number 3 is the gray Spider-Man costume. So at some point during Nick Spencer's run on Spider-Man, he decided to ditch the classic red and blue costume and change it up with this kind of like techie gray and blue outfit with like orange lenses and that kind of thing. Now, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, didn't like this suit, but I think in Insomniac's hands, they could really take this suit and elevate it to the next level, because they've done that before with, you know, the PS4 game, and you know, I'm hoping they do it again with some suits from the comics, and this is definitely one of them that I could see them, you know, kind of tinkering with and making it work for Spider-Man. So coming in at number 2 on my list is actually Spider Phoenix. Now, this is a suit that I've always wanted to see return in a video game ever since, you know, it made its debut in terms of video games in Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, and hasn't really made an appearance since. But because the X-Men have been so, you know, distant from Marvel until recently, you know, given Ultimate Alliance 3 and other projects, I think it would be fun to kind of have a nod to the X-Men, because the last game had, you know, the Fantastic Four outfits with the Future Foundation and also the Bombastic Bagman. So why not give the X-Men some love and give them the Spider Phoenix? Because, I mean, it's a cool design. I really like it. But anyway, coming in at number 1, it's the Andrew Garfield suit from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, people have been wanting this in Spider-Man Remastered, and, you know, I've wanted the suit too, but after seeing No Way Home and, you know, getting Andrew back as Spider-Man, him being one of the best parts of that movie, I'm really excited to see them put Andrew's suit in a video game. I guess for the first game, you can make the argument that there were way too many classic suit variants, which, you know, I doubt the second game is, you know, gonna do again. I feel the second game is more gonna be like black suit variants, and, you know, other types of stuff. And as far as movie costumes go, we've gotten pretty much all the recognizable ones. I mean, there's a few of them that are kind of missing, mostly the you know, the origin type suits, but you know, this suit is a fan favorite. It's one of my favorite live action Spider-Man costumes, and I think it'd be great to kind of swing around with it in the game. So if you're listening, Insomniac, then please give us this outfit. Yeah, that's going to cut it for my list. I had a couple of extra suits that I wanted to mention too, like Captain Universe and the spacesuits from Life Story, because I think those can work for both Peter and Miles. But they didn't quite cut it for my list, but hopefully they still are in the game. But yeah, I want to thank Alterbrat for bringing me on here. This was so much fun, and I hope we get to make more videos together here soon. But if you're interested in checking out my stuff, you know, I got my review channel, where not only am I doing reviews, but I'm pumping out other types of content, reactions, rants, live streams, whatever you name it, it's probably on there. And also I have my Let's Play channel, and also my podcast, the Speaking Art podcast, which Alter is a part of. Those episodes are so much fun, and definitely worth your time if you're looking for something new to listen to. But anyway, don't forget to have a great night. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and take care of yourselves. See ya.
I want to start off my part of the video by really just thanking MarvelDCFan, or Xavier, for really being a part of this and sticking by me throughout all these years of me making terrible content and finally nailing it nowadays. So thank you, Xavier, for being a part of this. So I guess let's get into my suits, the suits that I want to see. Now, Xavier started off with Miles, so I'm going to start off with Peter this time. And spoiler alert for my list, none of these are from the comics, all of these are from other media, whether it be TV shows or movies. So starting off, I do really want to see what I call the final suit. This is the suit that was seen at the very end of the film Spider-Man No Way Home, which in my opinion is the best live-action Spider-Man suit that we've seen. John Watts and everyone who worked on that film, Sony, Disney, whatever, they nailed how that suit just looked and moved. Everything about that suit just looked incredible and just straight from the 616 comics. Knowing how Insomniac really likes to pull from the movies for their, their suits, I really want to see this. And I'm sick and tired of seeing that Iron Spider suit, so yeah. That is why I want to see this suit. I need to see this suit way more. Up next, I want to see the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Now, Andrew Garfield is my favorite, all-time favorite portrayal of Spider-Man. He just nailed everything so perfectly in his two very underappreciated Spider-Man films. So, yeah, we got the first suit, which, by the way, the first Amazing Spider-Man suit was something that I wanted to see in my original video all those years ago. So, we got that as an update for Insomniac's first Spider-Man game. So I think for the second Spider-Man game, it would be nice if they had the suit from the second Amazing Spider-Man movie. I think that would, fit everything perfectly. And that suit is just so great. It's just a personal preference of mine. But I do think that suit looks fantastic. So yeah, that is why I want to see the Amazing Spider-Man suit for Peter. Now my last suit for Peter is a suit that is, has a special place in my heart. And knowing how they love to do animated suits, I feel like this would be a perfect one to do for Peter. And that is the Spectacular Spider-Man suit. Now, Spectacular Spider-Man is my all-time favorite Spider-Man animated series. It is probably the same way that Batman the Animated Series is a definitive Batman. Spectacular Spider-Man is a definitive Spider-Man. It is just so perfect with how they tell their stories and whatnot. So I would really love to see a cel-shaded Spectacular Spider-Man suit for Peter. Now, I guess it is time that I talk about my Miles suits. Now, I'm not that well educated on Miles Morales as a character, so I had to do a lot of research for these. But there are plenty of suits that I didn't even know about. So I guess I found some on the internet that I think would be fantastic for the second game. Starting off with what I call the Chase Cloney suit. Now, Chase Cloney, back in September 2021, designed a new Spider-Man suit for Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 30. That comic was to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Miles Morales. So they started off by, giving Miles a new suit, a new look, and they had, all the people who have worked on Miles books and films beforehand work on that comic. It's actually really cool. I would highly recommend you guys go check that out. But the suit that Chase Cloney designed for this specific comic is just incredible. I really enjoy how it looks. It is probably one of the coolest Spider-Man suits I've seen, ever. So, yeah, that is basically the main reason why I want to see it so much. Not only does it, symbolize, the 10th anniversary of Miles Morales, which, has since become a very popular character, but also it just looks fantastic. It's just a fantastic looking suit. I'll throw up some pictures on screen. Up next is Shadow Spider. Now, Shadow Spider might be one of the coolest Elseworld Spider-Man suits I've seen ever. And, normally when you think of, like Elseworld story, I know it's more of a DC thing as Elseworld, but when you think of other universe Spider-Men, you normally think of Peter. But Miles actually has a lot of alternate suits from different universes that are also equally as cool. And Shadow Spider is one of them. I personally am a big fan of the medieval style that this suit really goes for. So, yeah, there's no other reason I want this suit other than it looks cool. Now, the final Miles suit that I chose to include is the Absolute Carnage suit. This is the suit that Miles had in some of the tie-ins to the Absolute Carnage storyline that went down recently in Spider-Man comics. Now, because this game apparently is going to deal with Venom and the Venom symbiotes, you would think I would have chose the Miles Venom symbiote suit. But in my personal opinion, that suit sucks. The Absolute Carnage suit looks way cooler. It is just a great design. I think it would fit this world that Insomniac created extremely well. So, and it's a very stylized suit. And I think that Insomniac does, like, how the way that they detail suits, I feel like that it would look just absolutely incredible on the PS5. But that is about it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed our picks. Go check out MarvelDCFan. He'll be linked below. He makes really great content. And subscribe, follow me on all my social medias, etc. And I got some more videos in the works finally. So, subscribe. Comment what suits you guys would like to see. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.